Barcelona's rents are skyrocketing as locals are forced to move to neighboring cities. The capital of Catalonia has seen rents skyrocket in recent years, which is having a major impact on the lives of local residents. Over the past year, the rental rate per square meter in Barcelona has increased by 25%. Moreover, in the first quarter of 2023, this upward trend continued, and the average rent then reached a record. Experts cite reduction in supply in the real estate market, decline in construction, and the fact that Barcelona attracts more and more foreign professionals and investors as the main reason for the growth of rental rates. It's important to note that in March 2022, the court declared unconstitutional the Catalan government's attempts to limit rental housing prices. However, the authorities don't stop looking for ways to solve the problem. The recently elected mayor has promised to introduce a ceiling on rent increases. This could help stabilize the market and provide residents with protection against excessive price hikes. Luxury housing in London is becoming affordable even for the rich. Sellers are forced to reduce price. Sellers of luxury housing in London are forced to resort to discount to support sales. An important shift in the UK capital market has been an increase in the number of cases where sellers have reduced prices for properties worth more than 5 million euros. According to the Longrush report, the number of such transactions has almost doubled in the last year compared to the previous period. This indicates that sellers are willing to make concessions to attract buyers. So millions of UK homes have fallen in price this year amid the cost of living crisis, the current mortgage lending situation, and economic uncertainty. Expensive loans have proved to be a painful blow to wealthy buyers, causing many of them to rethink their financial decisions. However, thanks to London's luxury housing market being less reliant on debt, the most expensive homes are still selling better than the cheaper ones. According to analysts, the situation in London's luxury housing market could change in coming months. They believe that if the economic situation improves and the cost of credit decreases, the market may begin to recover. In the case of continued volatility, the pressure on prices and the volume of transactions may continue. It will be easy to obtain German citizenship. The country adopted a new bill. Germany intended to open its labor market as much as possible to foreign professionals, and to that end, his government had made it easier to obtain citizenship. In one of the variants, it's necessary to live in the country for only 3 years to obtain German citizenship. The German government on Wednesday, August 23, approved a bill submitted by the German Minister of the Interior, which not only lowered the requirements for candidates but also allow multiple citizenship. However, conditions for economic and democratic integration are still in place for naturalization. What changes are spelled out in the new law? Multiple citizenship will be possible. The required period of residence for citizenship by naturalization will be reduced to 5 or 3 years. German language requirements for citizenship will be relaxed for the so-called guest worker generation. We emphasize that the German government wants to attract workers from outside the European Union to fill hundreds of thousands of vacancies in various sections of the economy. This is especially true for areas such as gastronomy, childcare, information technology, and renewable energy. Zombie real estate in the US, what it is and how it affects the market. The number of vacant properties and so-called zombie properties in the US continues to attract attention. There are currently more than 1 million vacant residential properties in the United States. This represents 1.3% of the total number of properties in the country. The report also recorded an increase in the number of homes that are in the process of fulfilling mortgage applications. There were more than 300,000 such properties in the third quarter of this year, 1.3% increase from the second quarter of 2023. The report also draws attention to so-called zombie foreclosures. There were already about 8,000 of them in the third quarter of 2023. This is a small increase from the previous quarter, but a notable one, 13.9% more than years ago. Zombie properties, what are they? Zombie properties refer to properties whose homeowners are unable to make mortgage payments or property taxes. Here is an example of a property moving into zombie status. A homeowner fails to make mortgage payments. The lender begins to foreclosure process. The homeowner leaves the home before the foreclosure process is complete. The house remains in limbo. The homeowner technically still owns the house, but doesn't live there. One serious problem with zombie properties is that they can fall victim to vandalism and crime, impact on the housing market. Despite the increase in the number of zombie properties, they still represent a teeny fraction of the total number of residential properties in the country, only 1.3% of the total number of residential properties. Nevertheless, this figure underscores the importance of monitoring of dynamics of executive sales and ensuring stability in the housing market. More interesting news you can find on Realting.com.